Welcome to Moms Actually. Now, I know this looks a little bit different from our normal. We are chilling and we're de-glammed a little bit, but we want this to be our time out. Now, Blair, what is our time out?
So this is for all the moms that may be a little busy, don't have time to watch the full episode yet, but still want the tea.
Yes, we want you guys to always feel in the know and caught up with us and never feel like you're missing anything. So we just want to do a quick recap.
So keep watching and tune into the full episode when you have time, okay?
Hey mom,
What's up?
hey mom,
What's up?
hey mom,
What's up?
hey mom, what's up, hey mom.
Okay, so this is like the first time we've ever talked about grief and loss on our platform. We've never had a guest who has actually lost a child before, and especially not in this way. How are you feeling?
I mean, it was a heavy episode. Her strength is the only thing that kept me from crying.
Yes.
Because I know you saw me.
Blinking.
My eyebrow.
No, your lips were quivering. No, mine were though. Mine were like my jaw was tight, my chest, like I literally kept like looking up because I didn't want to cry more. And I saw her strength. Like I saw she was detailed in her story and she wasn't really like breaking. You know, she had a few tears, but I'm like, I cannot be over here like boo-hoo crying. But you know, it's warranted, and I think it's like it's also like a secondary grief that happens, and especially when we have our own children and we're thinking about it. But I'm so glad we were able to have someone like this, Verlonda Jackson, on, because she was able to really give moms like hope. I think she gave a lot of encouragement. She gave a lot of really, even the faith part. I loved when you asked her, like, how did you keep your faith when you see your child who has, you know, they drowned, he survived it, and for 15 months, right? She said 15 months he was, you know, progressing and all of these things, and she had her faith, and then just to wake up and to see he's gone, it almost, to the natural human mind, I know I would say, God, why would you like trick me? Why would you give me false hope? And instead, she was like, hey, no, I felt that way, but I've seen God do too much.
That's when you wanted to run around the
That's when I wanted to run. That's when I wanted to say, like, yo, this it's just so true. Because even in the midst of tragedy, God still gets the glory. And I believe in this episode, he's continuing to get the glory.
Absolutely. No, I thought it was important to have her because everybody was kind of invested in her story at that time. And then now it's like...
People go back to normal.
Yeah, people go back to normal and her life will never be normal again. And I just wanted to know where she is now. And I think for her to like be able to talk about it so clearly. And with such faith, I think it'll inspire so many people. When she started speaking about like mom guilt, that really hit me because it's not just in tragedy that we have it.
It's an everyday thing.
It's an
everyday thing, and I don't think we realize it. We don't realize how hard we are on ourselves. And how much we take on. But we also, I like that she even said mom guilt really stems from control.
100%.
Because we want to always have control. And she kept saying, I had to let God be God. And I could not be God. And I had to make that decision within myself that I am not him. And I wanted to also tell my daughter that. Like she had to tell her daughter because her daughter started blaming herself.
Yeah, that was the big part. Her daughter, because her daughter was there, witnessed it all happen. And then the fact that because of that, she wanted to take swim lessons. And her daughter previously had no interest in swim lessons.
She was scared.
Yeah, she was scared of the water before that. But the fact that she kept pressing and pressing and pressing, and I know that she wanted to save her brother, and she doesn't ever want to be in that situation again. And to know, like, it's not just mom guilt, it's woman guilt. Like, it's just the control that we want to have as women. So I think a lot of people will
be inspired, especially because of the story. The story is not a one-time thing. It's something that happens a lot more than a lot of people realize. And so I really pray that this episode gives more hope to other moms and even a certain some encouragement too for moms who maybe their child survived, but now they're still living in a certain in a certain type of fear. And I believe that this will kind of heal that as well.
Oh, I agree.
Is there like ever a thought that you had during the episode, even just about your own children?
I think about like my kids. I think about how a normal day is a normal day until something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And that's a lot where mom, you're doing something every single day, walking your dog.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everything's your fault after that. So it's just like thinking about why I blame myself for things when
it's nothing. Yeah, because her intent was, we are all in lockdown.
Yeah.
I need to get my babies some fresh air.
Yeah.
And like get them out of the house. And so I think it's like, as a mom, we want to like do something, let's bring the scooters out. I remember being in the pandemic, like, let me get my kids some fresh air and let's get out of the house and let's go for a walk. And it turned into that.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can easily still blame ourselves knowing that our original intent was for good.
Yeah.
And I think that that's an everyday thing.
Oh, 100%. So I hope everybody, when they watch this,
Yes.
I know they'll get something out of it.
I know they will too.
Whether you're a mom, not a mom, no matter your age, I think it's reflective for everybody.
Yes. Keep your tissues
Yes.
on deck because
For
it is
sure.
a heavy one. I'm going to warn you, it is a heavy one.
Yeah.
But it is so good. And I'm glad that we were able to give Verlonda a space just to freely speak and talk. So make sure you guys tune in, watch the episode, even listen to it. We are on all podcast platforms, if you guys didn't know. But when you are on your commute, on your way to work, or wherever that looks like, make sure you tune in to this episode because it is one you do not want to miss.
For sure.
Thanks for watching.
Hey mom,
What's up?
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 hey mom.